waiting for the buzz. Oh,
Yeah, because you keep talking that shit about my fucking kid. And you annoying me and aggravating me. And I'm trying to enjoy my life.
Rolex on your wrist, a plain Jane.
Standing at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. Once she gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. Hottie stop, stop, stop.
You ready? All right now. This could be a crazy ride. I'm warning you now. The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. What up and welcome back. It's your girl Jane, the plainest Jane, and I deliver syrup in the form of black news and celebrity entertainment. Listen, I'm back. I'm surprised I even remember my little intro because I've been gone for quote unquote so long, which I feel like it's been like 16 days. How long has it been, y'all? I know some of y'all have missed me. Y'all have been sending me stories. I've been talking to a lot of y'all in the DMs, but I just needed some time away and I was sick. I was sick for a little over half of the time that I've been gone. So I still have some like pent up mucus or whatever going on, but I'm well enough where I'm back to work. I've been back to work for a couple of days now, and I'm ready to give y'all some information. Is y'all ready? Okay. Are you ready for what I have to say? Let me just go ahead and start this thing off by saying this. I knew that I was doing the right thing by slow cooking my opinion on Da'Naia Jackson and her recent antics. I said, you know what? I'm a slow cook. I'm not just going to jump on this today or the day after this interview come out. I'm a slow cook my opinion. A lot of you all, and if you wouldn't mind, let me know how you found me. What topic, what subject matter, who or what was I talking about when you found me? But some of the top things that I've went quote unquote viral for have been R. Kelly and Derrick Jackson, to be completely honest with you. So much so that Derrick Jackson blocked me on Instagram. Okay, he blocked me. Also, Jocelyn Hernandez has blocked me, and Vlad TV has blocked me. Derrick blocked me on Instagram. Jocelyn and Vlad blocked me on Twitter. But whatever, that's just because I was being critical of their behavior or their actions, right? And so I've been slow cooking. My opinion on Danaya, and God damn it, if my gut instinct wasn't right. Baby, when I tell you my gut instinct was right about slow cooking, because I felt sorry for Danaya for a second. Listening to part 1 and part 2, Danaya spent over 3 hours giving us this story that was like a badge of honor for her, right? They did part 1, which was a little over an hour. Part 2 was like an hour and 50 minutes. Okay, so she spent well over 3 hours giving us this story. And I just want to know from all of you all. Things are going to get sticky on the bus tonight. You know, things are always sticky in Hollywood and in real life. But so now Da'Naia Jackson want to be a relationship guru now? Because that's what it's given. That is what her branding is presenting. Not only within what she presented in the interview, but what she's attempted to launch afterwards. Oh, so now Derrick Jackson was a relationship guru, and low-key still is. Not even low-key, high-key. Oh, but Da'Naia Jackson is a relationship guru as well. And they share the same exact target audience. Y'all don't think that that's suspicious? Y'all don't find this to be suspicious? It is beyond a fucking coincidence that Da'Naia Jackson is now pandering to, trying to exploit and get $5,000 at a time from Black women. And this is the very same audience that Derrick was trying to take from and that manipulated and took advantage of, because he was the very same villain that he was trying to talk Black women into avoiding. Danaya knows all too well how to manipulate this very same audience. Why? Derrick was just the mouthpiece. Derrick was just the mouthpiece in the public face on top of a rapidly growing and thriving business model that Danaya was orchestrating on the back end. Hello. Are we all like in the same universe? I'm back and I'm coming here to hit y'all with a bang. Do you hear me? Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Da'Naia Jackson is giving out courses to try to pull women, and you know it ain't white women, right? You know her. Come on now, what's her demographic, right? Her target audience is Black women in broken situations or relationships who are trying to heal. And here she is selling these courses to women in broken situationships and trying to coach them through infidelity. When she, because I've been listening to a couple different people's commentary and they're like, oh, Derrick Jackson's ex-wife she's still married to this man. Okay. She still has to co-parent with this man. She still has a child that's either 2 or under that she's got to co-parent with for the next 16 plus years. A lot of times co-parenting is a lifetime thing. It's not just an 18, 20-year thing, right? So she's coaching people on how to get through abusive situations and infidelities that are saturated in infidelity. But she ain't even escaped her own because she's still technically that man's wife. Make it make some fucking sense for me. Make it make some sense. Please, quickly make it make some sense. I'm trying to understand what's being done. She's grifting. It's giving very much what Tariq Nasheed does to the people. It's giving grift. You know exactly how vulnerable the market of broken Black women, vulnerable Black women in abusive or problematic and toxic relationships and relationships that are filled with infidelity. You know exactly how vulnerable they can be. You sat up there and you spoke about it for over 3 hours. Derrick was selling some shit that he wasn't necessarily abiding by, but you could low-key trust it a little bit. And here's my unpopular opinion. Hear me out. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. A serial killer can tell you how to avoid or placate a serial killer because he wrote the manual. He lives the manual, should I say, right? A serial killer can tell you exactly how to avoid a serial killer because he's a serial killer. Derrick Jackson scaled himself on avoiding quote unquote fuck boys is what he called them, exactly, verbatim. He knew exactly how to do that because he was one himself. If you ain't shit nigga, you know how to tell a woman how to avoid a nigga like you, because you know what you look for, you know what you will and what you not, what you will and what you will not tolerate. So Danaya is not innocent, and I'm only just getting started with this. Baby, come in, have a seat on the bus, pick your seat on the bus, and let's talk about this, baby. We need to talk. We need to talk, okay? We need to have some discussions. Like I said, things are going to get really sticky tonight on the bus. All of y'all need to make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button. It's 160 of us here. I know quite a few of y'all done fell off because I've been gone. I've been gone for like 16, 18 days, almost a month. A lot of y'all are gone. At the very least, it's 162 of y'all here. We got 94 thumbs up. Hit the button. It's free. You can send a cash app, but it's not required. Okay. Any form of support you give my show and my platform, I greatly appreciate. Just go ahead and subscribe and hit thumbs up. But we're going to get into some things. And I do believe I'm going to open up the phone lines this evening. because I want to hear what y'all have to say about this situation as well. Okay. Now, as we go ahead and get into Derrick Jackson, do y'all know what gooch grease is? Yes, I said gooch grease. Yes, I did. Yes, I absolutely said gooch grease. And I'm only asking y'all this because it was trending yesterday. And I know you think that's crazy, right? The cat think it's crazy too. Leo sitting up here, he said, what the hell is gooch? That's what I'm saying. Like, what is gooch grease? You know what it is? Oh, he said no. Did y'all see him speak? He said no. You know what gooch grease is? Yeah, you don't know what that is. You want some clarity. All right, I'll give you a treat, and we need to get into the subject matter, buddy. So you need to make your little cameo cute and make it quick. I know. Gooch grease is nasty. It shouldn't even be a thing. However, what I will say, because you're a boy and you have a penis, y'all niggas need to do better. Because it's only something that applies to y'all men. But let me give you... All right. All right. We gave you your little pay. All right, go on, get down. Get down. Leo, I'm not playing with you. Get down. All right, thank you, buddy. Oh, not your butthole in these people's face. All right. Okay. So, gooch grease is this little thing. Child, I couldn't believe it was a real thing. It was a whole real news segment on it. So, I decided to Google it to see like if it was a phrase that people had used before. Child, a whole news segment on gooch grease. Take a look at this. Some men use maxi pads for excess, quote, gooch grease. So there is a whole news segment in a video here, right? So what I did, somebody said, I never in my life heard of anyone say the words gooch grease. And I'm like, I was shocked when I Googled it. Okay. So I Googled it and child, look at the definition. It say it's similar to swamp ass. Gooch grease is the disgusting smelling mixture of shit crusties and lint that forms along the inner gooch, forming a slime-like substance. Then they got the nerve to put it in an example. After a long night at the club, my boxers was covered in gooch grease. And this was 2005. the fact that, first of all, the fact that gooch grease is even a thing, let's just start there. And the fact that it's been a thing since 2005, gooch grease. So instead of y'all like just taking some baths or like utilizing wet wipes, the time it take you to steal a woman's product, such as a maxi pad, and put that in y'all boxer brief drawers, whatever you got going on, and instead of using a wet wipe, y'all out here using maxi pads because y'all got gooch grease. I'm wondering about you, men. I'm wondering about y'all. I mean, like, I'm truly y'all need help. Gooch grease. I got a cough. Oh, I can't. I've been coughing so bad since I've been sick. Please, I'm wondering about y'all. I hope that you men, I hope that y'all get well soon, because it's something wrong with y'all normalizing. And then there are some people underneath of this post, like, look at the numbers, okay? Look at the retweets, the likes, and the comments. It's some men saying like, oh, if you work blue collar if you work blue collar jobs, it's very easy for you to get gooch grease, XYZ. And I'm like, I'm not trying to shame y'all. Like, I would scroll down and click on it, but I'm like, I'm not trying to bully nobody. But it's like the time it takes y'all to steal a feminine product, take it into the bathroom, and apply it as if you're a woman, and the time it takes you to just use a wet wipe. I get it. If you out here doing your construction thing in your hard hat for 12 plus hours, I wouldn't think that your little booty crack would be fresh either. But gooch grease and putting on pad after a long night at the club, I had gooch grease. Y'all not taking baths every day. Leo, give me a second. See, Leo's so bothered. The cat is so bothered by this gooch grease. He's begging to get out the room. I'm just letting y'all know, like, this is not okay. It's not right. It's not right. Gooch grease, it shouldn't even be a thing. It shouldn't even be a thing. But data and statistics came out a couple of years ago about how men statistically, they just don't wipe they don't wipe their ass as much and as good as women. The way men wipe their ass versus the way women wipe their ass is two totally different things. But child, let's just go. Gooch grease. And y'all making excuses for why gooch grease exists and why y'all should be able to cope with gooch grease in this way. The whole reason this is trending is because it came out that men is using maxi pads to put in their underwear to catch the goose grease instead of them removing the goose grease. If y'all got time to apply a maxi pad, y'all got time to wipe the gooch grease away. It's too much. It's too much. I'm wondering about y'all. But you know what? Men are. I'm glad I deal with clean ones. That's what I can say. The niggas that I've ever dealt with. Now, I mean, I do understand that they wipe their ass different, but okay, let's move on. Instead of them trying to normalize gooch grease, it's like, just wash it. God damn. Like, what the hell is... Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to Danaya, because, child, we got to... She almost had me feeling bad for her for half a second. Do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up button on this video, if you will. There are 227 of us and 132 thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button. Have a seat on the bus. Shout out. Oh, my God. Leo got some hair in my mouth. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. Shout out to all of my channel members. And listen, let's just get ready for takeoff. I'm ready to go ahead and dig into this. I didn't want it to seem like I was coming off hard on her, but I'm beyond what I want it to seem like. And I want to speak about the reality of what Da'Naia Jackson is actually doing. And she is 100% wholeheartedly grifting and actively going after Derrick's target audience and trying to steal some of his target audience in hopes that she can swoon them away. I'm going to come off as the savior. You're going to come off as the devil who was so evil, who did all this bad stuff to me. That's why I dropped all of this trauma on y'all. And I'm going to steal his target audience. And then I'm going to sell them $5,000, $25,000, $5,000 courses. I caught on to your tactics, mama. And I called this out a while ago on my channel. That got deleted. But let's go ahead and reiterate. Hit thumbs up. Let's get ready for takeoff and let go.
The plainest Jane. This is one of my favorite comments here. She says, I loves me some black, and she said, loves me some black news. She says, is it just me, or does anyone else get tired of seeing people that don't look like them delivering info about them day in and day out?
All right, so we are back, and let's go ahead and get started. Thank you all so much for being here, and thank y'all for supporting my comeback. Y'all know I've been gone for a while. So, okay, Da'Naia Jackson is charging women thousands of dollars to quote unquote coach them through infidelity. I find it to be crazy. I find it to be absurd. I find it to be a gimmick. I find it to be a scam. She hasn't fully escaped what the hell she experienced, to be completely honest with you. There's no evidence of that today, but the evidence that we do have today is that she is still married to Derrick. So what I'll do, besides pulling up my thumbnail that I had on the screen, which had a screenshot of her website, I'll go ahead and pull up her actual website, and we'll take a look at that. Let's make it bigger. Okay, so we scroll to her website here, right? She's got what is infidelity recovery boot camp and all this other stuff. Then you scroll all the way to the bottom, and you can see what she's selling here. She's selling infidelity recovery boot camp classes, 2 payments of $4.95 a month. She is selling courses for $3,500. It seems like 2 payments of $3,500, to be honest. And then she's selling courses or classes for $5,000. Okay, $5,000. You're paying Da'Naia Jackson to coach you through some that she's experienced and that she's not even at the end of the tunnel with yet. Okay. Can somebody make that make sense for me? Right. And again, I say, let's unpack this. Y'all don't think she's grifting or pandering to y'all, black women? Who do you think her target audience is? Again, it's just coincidentally the same target audience of Derrick Jackson's, which is black women. They're not appealing to white people like that. They might catch 1 or 2 white followers a month, but like, let's be for real. Their target audience is black women, broken women in situations where they're in a relationship and they deserve better. And so they want money. And the difference is Derrick was selling books every now and then. She's selling $5,000 courses. Buying a $14.95 book versus buying a $5,000 course are 2 totally different things. He's still far more marketable than her. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to go ahead and say that. It sucks, right? But ultimately, both of them are very toxic, and we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. This is a woman who didn't even have an actual affair, according to her. She faked an affair. But y'all don't think she's grifting and pandering to black women? Y'all don't think it's odd that they cater to and share the same target audience, which is black women? Danaya is preying on y'all with an E when she should be preying on y'all with an A, because that's what she talks about. She's such a Bible warrior. Danaya can't ever get 2 or 3 sentences out without quoting the Bible. She's a Jesus freak. Right? And that could sound wrong and that could sound fucked up to some. But if you can't get 3 sentences out without bringing up Jesus, something is wrong, right? especially and even if when you are cursing people who disagree with you, people are like, sis, before she left, first of all, she didn't leave Derrick. Derrick left her, right? Derrick leaves her, and people are like, sis, I hope that your self-confidence, I hope that your self-appreciation and your self-love, I hope it improves, because this man is mistreating you and you shouldn't be accepting this. I really hope you get better. And she turns around and curses to people that literally want the best for her. This is the woman that uses the Bible to curse people. Like, let's be for real right now. Let's be for real. And she thinks it's funny when she quotes the Bible, and when cause she giggled a lot. She thought it was super funny because it came up. There was part 1 and part 2 within this whole like thing. And he's like, what about you using the Bible to curse people? She's like, well, it's in the Bible. That's not funny. Just like random people who either disagree with you or really want the best for you. They're like, this man is mistreating you. Your self-love and appreciation and your confidence must be in the drain because of whatever. And I spite your tongue, I cut your tongue, your children should be fatherless. This is all in Psalms. And I'm saying everything that's in the Bible is not applicable to 2023. Let's be for real. If we're going to be honest, the Bible also speaks out against tattoos and ear piercings, body piercings in general. So if we were really going to like use the Bible to like really like stab people, everybody would be stabbed. Everybody. Like, let's be real. And she still thinks that it's funny, her using the Bible to do this. This is why it becomes difficult to feel sorry for Danaya. It becomes really, really difficult. Both her and Derrick Jackson, they prey on Black women. It is no coincidence that both of their target audience are Black women who, quote unquote, should be in better relationships, right? They prey on broken people. Derrick preyed on women who were seeking some sort of a revelation to not deal with men who were low-key like himself. We just didn't know that at the time. He was giving it all out. And this is the same group of people that she's targeting as well. She knows how gullible these people are. Let's be for real with both of them preying on these types of women who, quote unquote, should be in better relationships or should escape their relationships. Let's be for real. $5,000 classes, girl, for women who are trying to escape abusive relationships, and you haven't even escaped yours. Let's start there. Danaya, you have not even escaped your own abusive relationship. And you still have to co-parent with this man for at least the next 16 years. What message are you sending to actual women who have encountered or are enduring relationships that are full of narcissistic abuse? What message are you sending to them by, quote unquote, was she giving her testimony and telling her truth? Yes. But she was also exposing all of the intricate details about a relationship with a narcissist, which, although it may be her truth, a narcissist can very easily take that as an attack, as you exposing them. It can anger them. That's not safe. That's not safe in like just in a general synopsis. Was Derrick physically abusive based on what he say and she say? No. But he was totally emotionally and psychologically abusive to Da'Naia Jackson. 188,000%. And it's not safe for you to just go on a platform when you still got a co-parent with a man for well over a decade if not, like if you really are into like your child's like development, you're not just co-parenting for 18 years. It's longer than that. It's not a safe situation. It's not safe. What Danaya is doing, what she's saying is not safe. And I say all this to say a lot of people are very happy. A lot of people are very pleased that she's speaking out because her testimony reigns true to them. Da'Naia Jackson spoke about several things in that interview. She spoke about rape. She spoke about cheating. She spoke about the pursuit of leaving a toxic relationship. She spoke about watching him having sex with other women, quote unquote, knowing other women's bodies better than she knows herself. And first of all, a video is not going to give you that, but like, okay, relatability point, right? Relatability point number 4, rape, cheating, the pursuit of leaving a toxic relationship, watching him fuck other women on video, being insecure. She spoke about soul ties. She spoke about being enamored by the lifestyle of them having a mansion together. How many women is that going to relate to? Matter of fact, I think the easier question would be, how many women is this not going to be able to relate to? Danaya sat there and she trauma bonded with us. Because there's not a single Black woman that you can find who ain't experienced one of these. What is the statistics? 1 in every 4 women have had an experience with sexual abuse or assault. That's just the sexual abuse aspect of it. Excuse me, I need to cough. She played the relatability Olympics with us. That's exactly what she did. And we ate it up. We felt bad for her. Now, while she took a mild or a decent amount of accountability in the interview and said, I played a part because I accepted XYZ treatment, it took y'all 9 years to get married. It took y'all 9 years to get married. He was already cheating on you and you was watching the videos of him having sex with other women before you got married. Within the first year of y'all's relationship in college, Danaya, come on. Let's be real. $5,000 classes for someone catered towards women who are trying to escape abusive relationships. And you haven't even escaped yours. You haven't even escaped your own relationship. Let the facts show. Derrick is the one who filed for divorce, not her. She's only sitting here on the outskirts because Derrick is like, listen, I want these Instagram thotty baddies. The relatability points were, again, rejection, abandonment, rape, cheating, assault. Point me in the direction of any Black woman who hasn't experienced rejection and or abandonment and or rape / sexual assault, cheating, or the pursuit of leaving a toxic relationship. Find me one. Find me one who ain't experienced none of them 5 things. It was her giving up the relatability for me, right? That was her trauma bonding with her attempted target audience. 1 in 4 women has been subjected to sexual trauma or assault. That's just facts. That's just statistics. Okay? She had me wrapped up. She did. She had me wrapped up at the alleged hard details that she was spilling or exposing. And there were a few moments of relatability for myself and others. But we've all tolerated more than we should have from a piece of shit. Like, let's keep it a buck. But her trying to trauma bond with us in an attempt to sell her shit and to come off as a savior while Derrick continues to look like shit. I smell feces in this shit. You hear me, girl? I smell dookie. She's full of shit too. She's full of shit too. Now, I totally understand the comments that are like, oh, y'all are blaming the victim. Y'all are blaming her more than you're blaming Derrick. What's Derrick wrong? Abso-fucking-lutely. Are you kidding me? Have I ever painted Derrick out to be some sort of saint that we should go to and get and seek advice from? No. However, there are victims. Some people think she's slow, mental. Let me say this the right way. Just because you're a victim doesn't mean that you are not capable of being calculated and manipulative as well. And she admitted to being like calculated and toxic and manipulative in the way in which she responded to the way Derrick treated her, right? But she also dealt with Derrick's shit for a little over 10 years. They were married. They were together for 9 years before they even got married. And most of the hardships that she endured were before they got married. When she was talking about being with him and going up and down the steps and passing the other women that were having sex with him, this is before they even got married. Okay? She endured shit for nearly a decade before she decided and thought that marriage and tying the knot was going to suddenly make him more faithful to her or some shit. Hello? She thought she had won over the other women, in which she was about to call them hoes in the interview. Hello? She took a decent amount of accountability, but she's also being very manipulative. Da'Naia is being so manipulative, and there's so many people that are like, oh my God, good for you, girl. You got to speak your truth. And I knew I was doing the right thing by taking my time to formulate my opinion about her, because she ain't innocent, and I got some points to make. She's preying upon the Black community. She's not even confident and comfortable about the quote unquote services that she is offering Black women to rescue them from quote unquote similar situations that she has experienced. And we're going to talk about that. Oh, we're going to talk about it. I do feel like Derrick deserves more flack than anybody else here. Hello, like, why should Da'Naia get more flack than Derrick? But are they really much different? Y'all think it's just a coincidence that they share the same target audience? Y'all think that's a coincidence? No. She knows how to navigate, she knows how to manipulate, and she knows how gullible Derrick's target audience, which was Black women in broken situations and vulnerable situations. She knows how gullible they are, and she knows how to sell to them, because she was the mastermind behind Derrick and the launch of Derrick and the growth and the quick scaling of Derrick. She knows exactly what she's doing, and what she's doing right now is she's trying to steal his target audience. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I might have been on break for 2 weeks, going on 3, but I ain't no goddamn idiot. She knows exactly what she's doing. Y'all hit thumbs up on this goddamn video. It's 300 of us here, and we ain't even got 200 likes. We got 196. Hit thumbs up. We'll be right back in 60 seconds. We gonna keep talking about this. Let's get it.
Get into this Black-owned business, Stickies. It's got things for inside your home, outside your home, and even on the go. JasmineMadeIt.com is your new destination for Black Girl Magic mugs, tumblers, and even wine glasses. You can even customize the tumblers and wine glasses. There's a lot going on for a low price over at JasmineMadeIt.com. And if you've been serious about wanting to support more Black-owned businesses, here's your chance. Let JasmineMadeIt.com handle all your problems for family and friends. You ever had a friend over and they just wasn't catching the hint or paying the rent?
Y'all asses all get to stepping.
Yeah, tell them to get to stepping with this nostalgic Martin-themed doormat and shop over a dozen different doormat designs over on JasmineMadeIt.com. All right, Stickies, you know what time it is. It's time to put your money where your mouth is and shop Black today. Make life easier for you and your household by taking your family's hot or cold beverages on the go with one of these unique tumblers. It's insulated to keep your beverage at temperature, and it comes with a few different reusable straws and even the specific brush that you need to wash it so you can keep it sanitized and germ-free. They've got all kinds of designs to match your mood or style. So grab something for your wife, the hubby, or even the kids over on JasmineMadeIt.com. That's JasmineMadeIt.com, and I'll see you over there.
All right, so we are back. So here was I want to get into my very first gut instinct with what the fuck was wrong with Da'Naia Jackson in this whole interview. Right? You see the interview, there was like a preview for the interview going around like the day before, and I'm like, now one thing I've always admitted to, and I've always said, she might have came online looking crazy, but she's always been a very beautiful woman with a little bit of putting herself together. Da'Naia Jackson is not a quote unquote ugly woman. But when she came on with the quote unquote bonnet of salvation, she's stabbing plungers our way, cursing us and stuff like that. She looked a little crazy, and understandably so, because, you know, when you're dealing with narcissistic abuse, they will absolutely drive you completely. Leo, you being a narcissist, you're abusing me. Please move. She looked a little crazy, right? Leo. So, she is completely gorgeous. She's always been gorgeous, despite how like loony she might have came off. She's always been a gorgeous woman, and I've always stuck by that. I might call her actions crazy, but I would never say that she's an ugly woman, because she's not. But I wondered how, right? Based on seeing the like the trailer or whatever for the interview, I'm like, how does she come off so well put together? And how does she come off so well put together in this interview? And she comes off so cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on Instagram. Like, she's still goofy grinning at people, cursing people. Excuse me, I need to cough. And she comes off so cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs online. Like, this makes no sense. Like, she comes off very well, like, put together and like not loony and not crazy bin type whatever in this interview, but on Instagram all the time. And I had people sending me her Instagram stories all within March and April, because she was saying or doing some crazy stuff and still cursing people. How does she come off so well in this interview? That was the first gut instinct red flag for me. I'm like, look, I'm clearly gonna give commentary on this, but I don't want to come off harsh at her, because the preview that came out was, I knew other women's body better than I knew myself, XYZ. It came off as hella traumatic. And it was. She spoke about that. She spoke about, some SA. She spoke about, being a part of the roster and the rotation with her own husband. Well, he wasn't her husband yet, but like, she's only been with one person sexually. Like, how does she that was my first red flag, right? And so let me show y'all something, actually, what I had screen recorded. Show y'all something. Let's make this bigger. Again, thanks for supporting the stream. If you're looking to support the show, y'all know I've been gone for a while, but I'm back for the jump off. If y'all are looking to support the show, make sure you hit thumbs up on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. You can send a Cash App. It's not required. Any form of support, I do appreciate, but you can hit thumbs up. You can subscribe. You can send a Cash App. I have it right here on the screen, $THA. Make sure you proofread if and when you send a Cash App, because although my name is thePLAINESTjane, THE, my Cash App is THA. Okay. However, let's take a look at what she was saying. And this was from March 31st. Let's take a look.
Hi, Leviathan. It's a pleasure for you to join the conversation, because you cannot find those words that have ever come out of my mouth. So I cut your demonic tongue off in the name of Jesus.
She didn't cut our tongue off in the name of Jesus because we disagree. Or because somebody had a question that she feel like didn't really resonate with her actions. Now all of a sudden their tongue is cut off. Girl, this was March 31st. This is a woman that is presenting herself as healed. She's accepting $5,000 from women because she's so healed that she can heal women who have been through what she's been through. And she want to pretend like she not still suffering from some issues above. Okay.
And there's that. Family and friends, are you in agreement with this statement? Define possessed and then attach it to a scripture. To God be the glory. I will continue to always give praise. So, thank you for revealing the spirit behind yourself. And I release the 7 chains of fire to bind you, and let the battle axe appear in my hand, and let it hit that demonic spirit in the head, his shaft and his branches, his bowl, destroying it beyond repair. And 6 branches shall come out in the name of Jesus. It does hurt from laughing at you and your demons trying to come against the anointing in the shield and mighty buckler.
Okay, girl, like, it's difficult, you know what I mean? Like, because people wanted to extend grace to her, right? When we found out how much of a monster Derrick was, we were like, automatically like, let's take up for this black woman. Then she started cursing us and all this other shit, because we're like, girl, you should get out. And she's like, girl, I'm fine right here with my man, and I'm gonna stick beside him. So we was like, okay, bitch. Well then, girl, fuck you. We was like, okay, well, girl, fuck you. All we trying to say is you deserve better. He's trash. Tasha exposed him. All these mistresses that came out and shit. And now we cursed and we need to have our tongues cut out and our children should be fatherless and shit because we want the best for you. Like, girl. So we lost our empathy for her as a people. We lost our care for this woman because she was so angry that we was like, damn, all right, girl, well, fuck both of y'all. Now she's sitting over here spilling all of in the spiritual and the this, and I was passive aggressive because he was doing it. Girl, all of the shit that we was saying when y'all first went viral and shit. When his scandal went viral, this is all of the shit that we was saying, and you sitting here laying it out. Oh, but now you right for saying it, but we was the devil and the devil spawn, and we should be cursed. We shouldn't have tongues and shit like that because you reading from Psalms and shit because you mad because we told you the truth about what the hell was going on. Danaya, girl. Come on now. Come on. You know you out of pocket. Girl. And you also, let me just go ahead and say this. I question her motives. Hey, Roxanne, thank you for coming through. I don't know what they say. I hope she is help and I don't feel bad. I shouldn't be laughing this hard. So now she's the chosen one and the prophet. Right. That's what I'm saying. My thing is this. I want to be your man. I want to be. Okay. So I question her motives about the interview in general. I do. I question her motives because I wonder if it's for revenge or attention, or if it's for healing and sharing her testimony in the name of quote unquote healing others. So let's go ahead and let's do a poll. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that she did this interview for revenge or attention, and put a 2 in the chat if you feel like she did this interview for the sake of sharing her testimony to heal others. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she did this interview for revenge or attention, and put a 2 in the chat if you think that she shared this testimony to heal others. This will be a really good poll, actually. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she did this interview for revenge or attention, and put a 2 in the chat if you think that she did this interview to share her testimony to quote unquote heal others. Okay. I'm sorry. Like, it's obvious what I think, right? But I do want to hear from y'all. Samantha Edda said 3 go viral before she announced her grip. Okay, got daggone $5,000 course. If there's a woman trying to get out of a damn relationship, if there's a woman trying to survive infidelity, right, which sometimes can equate narcissistic abuse, and she's not willing to leave, right? then she feels trapped. If she had $5,000 to like just sitting around to give you, she could give that $5,000 to her new security deposit in her new space that she pays to escape her abuser. Because one thing about people who are in abusive relationships, whether it's physical or not, whether it's psychological, emotional, whatever, they do not, people, why don't you just leave? There's no such thing as leaving an abusive relationship. You have to escape. You have to escape. And it costs a great amount of money to escape. You got to pay a security deposit and find a new spot and all of these other things. Hello. So if they had enough money to give you $5,000, they shouldn't be giving the money to you. They should be giving it to the lifestyle that they need to live after they escape their abuser. Not you. And you're not even a damn therapist or anything of that nature. $5,000 classes. Danaya, I know you fucking lying. And you know how I know you fucking lying? Leo, let me put you out because you're doing too much. Let me put this cat out. Hold on.
That is protecting me in that hedge of protection, as is written in Zechariah 2:5. It takes a lot to hold back all the laughter and teach and preach the word of God in the name of Jesus. Thailand was a good time, and I'm looking forward to the next trip with my bestie and maybe some others of our friend group. And so, yes, Thailand. Yay! The doors are open for info. While we are on the topic, that is one point of view. So, like I said before, I must not be for you. And my healing journey is all over my page and has been since May 20th, 2020. So your projection and your perception is not something that
Now, listen, she's big on buzzwords. And look, I can pick up on buzzwords because I'm just a wordsmith myself. Like, a lot of y'all be really impressed with my my syntax and my diction, right? That's just because I'm a natural orator. She, which is something that she taught Derrick to be, is a virtue signaler, a buzzword specialist. So let's see what she just said.
May 20th, 2020. So your projection and your perception is...
There she goes. Your projection and your perception. This is shit that also Dr. Umar Johnson does. He'll give you several rhyming words in a row to send a point home, and niggas will just eat it up because they like the way it sounds. They like the way it sounds. Your projection and your perception, they like the way it sounds. Let me give you a real good, clean example of Umar and what he does. And don't get me wrong, it's funny, but think about when you're hearing words that just, the words just, they just sound good together. They sound really good. Listen to this.
Education, special education, psychiatric medication, juvenile incarceration, emotional frustration, and premature extermination.
Okay, what the fuck was he talking about? Premature extermination. Okay, like he knows how to make them words rhyme, and like just he's a phonetical genius. Like he just is. He's good with words, right? And you got to be careful with people like that. You have to be careful with people like that. They're good with certain words. They're good with creating catchphrases and making things rhyme when they're in the midst of like whatever is going on. That's something that not only Derrick has been good at, but the fact that Derrick has been good at that, and she was the behind the scenes mastermind of all of that. And now all of a sudden here she goes with this same stuff too. Like, come on now. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Again, I question her motives. This is a screen. This is now, I don't think that we're going to sit here and we're going to watch this entire screen recording, because this is a screen recording that I took of her. Because look, when I go viral for a certain person, subject, or topic, I follow it all the way through. So I screen recorded 30 minutes. She had 30 minutes of Instagram stories. I screen recorded the whole thing. Okay. So I have the whole thing sitting right here. I'm not sure we're going to watch the whole thing, but I did see how loony she was on March 31st. So again, back to my initial red flag of how is she so loony on Instagram and on social media in general, but she seems so well put together for this interview. That's my initial question. My answer now is she was trying to sell us something. She's trying to sell us these $5,000 classes. Does she want revenge or attention? Or is she seeking healing or sharing her testimony in the name of quote unquote healing others? Danaya represents a testimony and a mouthpiece to a lot of our own personal experiences as Black women. Like, let's keep it about with all that she shared, assuming that all of it is true. She represents a testimony and a mouthpiece to all of our personal experiences, right? And some women are therefore happy that they have her as a mouthpiece. But she's the one that has to deal with, for the next 16 or however long years, raising a child is not just an 18-year task just because when they 18, they legal. She's the one that's got to deal with co-parenting her children and everything else. And none of us that agree or that are applauding or feel like, oh, yes, girl, you speaking to my experiences. Nobody's going to be there to save or rescue her from a nigga that's just being spiteful for no reason in the midst of her still having to engage with him in a somewhat similar way when she picks up and drops off her kids. I can't expose the line of work that I work in, but I do have a lot of knowledge of parents, whether they be male or female, who are spiteful with visitation, in their children and just taking them away and just doing spiteful shit when there is or is not a visitation, order set in place. People get spiteful as fuck for no reason. And excuse me, I'm sorry. There's no when you feel like you've been emotionally and psychologically abused by somebody, going public and talking about them and exposing everything about them, it does not help your situation. It does not help your situation. If anything, it puts you in more danger of them weaponizing anything they may have. They could weaponize their weight, their height, their size, the court process. They could make things up and go to court and lie about you being a negligent parent. Hello. Talking about your abuser in this way, when you still have to engage with them for over 16 years, is very dangerous. I have an abuser, and I would never come on here. I would never come on here with his name or his face or anger him in that way, because he would kill me. And I know that he would kill me, right? And every narcissist is different, right? Some people might come and be like, you're being extra. A narcissist with an inflated ego. A narcissist with an inflated ego, and you're just telling your truth about your experience with them, can easily be seen or viewed as an attack from your narcissist or your abusive former partner's place. I value my safety, and I don't even have no fucking kids at risk. And I know better than, and should you always operate from a place of being scared? Like, because I've seen that too. You shouldn't always operate from a place of being scared. It's not about operating from a place of being scared. It's operating from a place of being safe. And when you know you're dealing with unhinged niggas, you sometimes niggas can hide being unhinged for a certain amount of time. But when you're co-parenting with them, they will find creative ways to using the court system, whether you're co-parenting or not, right? But if you got kids, it makes it worse. It makes it worse. They'll use the court system and they'll find ways to fuck with you and to bother you. It's not smart to do what Danaya did in public. Come to find out, Danaya did all this to sell us $5,000 courses. And she's not even confident in these $5,000 courses because she done deleted the damn posts with her selling the courses. Well, why is that? Why is that? She said God told her to do it, right? Let's get into it. Let's really get into the real nitty-gritty of the whole situation. Okay? I see she's obviously a sociopath. She's very dangerous and manipulative, taking Black women's hard-earned money for shame. Thanks for all you do, Jane. You're more than welcome, Kimberly Barnes. I know Princess had put a comment to Miss Nola77 put a comment to scammers that use religion as a part of the financial con are the absolute worst. If she is a true believer, she should be afraid. Good point. Let's get into all of the points here. Like I said, some of the women are happy that they have Da'Naia Jackson as a mouthpiece, but she's the one that has to deal with Derrick all by herself. Like, you know what? It's a couple of stories. One of the stories is there was a bailiff for Judge Judy. And there was a case going on where the guy had an issue with his wife or whatever. And the bailiff said something or whatever the case was. And he was like, I love my wife. And the guy that was in the courtroom was like, you don't look like you love your wife. He got charged for murder, right? Same thing, something that happened on Family Feud. Something recently happened with a guy that was on Family Feud. The question was, name something you regret in life. The niggas, he wasn't a nigga because it was a white guy, but he said, I regret saying I do. Sorry, wife, but whatever. He's just been found guilty of killing his wife. Some people just flat out don't love their partners. Like, they just don't love their partners. Okay? So And these are niggas that joked about, let me see if I can find it real quick. These are niggas that joked about not liking their wives on television for the sake of a game show or a judge show. And they ended up actually killing their fucking partners. Okay? Like, it's a real thing. I'm not trying to talk y'all into just hating men and hating black men in general, because there are some amazing black men out here. Don't get me wrong. Okay? However, I am being realistic about, let me see if I can find it, because I have found, you know what? I think I have bookmarked. Let me see if I can find it. The guy was like, I regret saying I do. And the guy literally just got found guilty of killing his wife. He regretted saying I do. And they got divorced. And he still went back and killed her, even though they got divorced. Like, so stop acting like, having these, simple difference of opinions is something that can it's something that can save you, to be honest. Yeah, this is something I definitely want to bring up. See if I can find it. Will I be able to find it quick enough without like wasting a whole bunch of time is a question. Let's see here. Somebody comment on Gooch agrees. What's Tokyo Tony y'all going on? Girl, I cannot with her. Okay, so what was I looking for? What was I looking for? Steve Harvey, the guy who was killing. Okay. All right. Are y'all really feeling this live stream in general anyway? Like, are y'all really feeling what I'm saying? Like, I do still have a lot more to say. I would say I'm halfway through my notes. To be honest. There is some more stuff that I have to say that I wrote. Like, are y'all feeling the video or what? I hope that y'all are. I do feel bad for DC Young Fly. Let me make sure. I need to make sure. Okay, here's the Steve Harvey thing, child. This Steve Harvey thing is so not funny. It is so not funny. Okay. I missed y'all so much too. I know a lot of y'all missed me and whatnot. I missed y'all so much. I wanted to come back so much sooner, but I felt like I was going to be too sick to do so. So I just like that. Derrick is not physically abusive, but he's motivated by money. And Cootie Cat, she messing with both. He could easily cross over into the next level of narcissism. That's what I'm saying. Like, so he didn't give a damn. He was cheating her, and she was in it. Yeah, because like she's talking about the cheating, and when she was seeing the different video, she wasn't cheating. Right. She was saying that she was seeing the videos of him cheating 8 years before they got married. They got married 9 years after they like started dating or whatever. And she stayed. Like, she stayed around. Like, that is a it's not even a little, it's a large strange. It's strange. That's a large strange. Because y'all not even married yet. This is in the first 3 months of y'all relationship. Literally from her words. And you dealing with him cheating on you, and you got married to him 9 years later. Like, girl, what is we supposed to do with this information? What are we supposed to do? Shit. God damn.
Mistake you made at your wedding? What's the biggest mistake you made at your wedding?
Honey, I love you, but I said I do. Not my mistake. I love my wife. I'm gonna get in trouble for that, aren't I?
And so, sir, you thought that was you thought that was you at some point, you in what way? So when it comes to women outing their abusers or doing interviews, quote unquote interviews on platforms that they feel like you could feel like the platform is as classy as you want it to be, right? Because the platform that Da'Naia Jackson did it on, it aligned with her brand, right? It was Christian. It was My Future Wifey was the name of the podcast. That very much aligned with her brand. This is a man who literally went on television and said, I regret marrying my wife. And now he's being charged with murdering her. Exposing your abuser, going on a public platform to humiliate, even if it's just you telling your truth, right? It's not that you even have an intent to make him look bad. You just want to share your story to do whatever. Is that the safest bet for you? Not to mention, we got some of these niggas out here not only killing the baby mamas, they killing the kids too. They get on Facebook Live and they kill the kids and they kill the baby mama and they kill themselves. It's not safe. It's not something that somebody should do. How are you supposed to lead people towards being healed when you aren't healed yourself? You admit that you're not in a space to date. You're not healed enough to be in a space to date. You've admitted this within these interviews, right? But you're healed enough to take $5,000 from a woman that's trying to survive infidelity or narcissistic abuse, to take their money and heal them to what? Because you're not a professional. What do you... Not to mention, Derrick left you. You didn't leave him. So, I mean, Danaya, like, I'm being honest. You trying to help people escape abusive relationships, and you haven't fully escaped your own relationship. You're still married to this man. And he left you, you didn't leave him. If he had not have left you, you would still be dealing with whatever from him, because you've admitted that you were enamored and enthralled by the lifestyle. Hello? Hello. And the irony, and you targeting Black women, because white women ain't, like, be for real. Her target audience is Black women. which was also Derrick's target audience, right? So she knows how to easily manipulate Black women. Like, let's stop playing these reindeer games.
Something that I received, so I have to return that back to sender. And hopefully you can find the person that is for you in this time of healing. So, God bless. Let those who have eyes to see, let them see, and let those who have... The boot camp is I am going to use some secular terminology right now, and it's going to come from the song by Sierra, and the lyrics go, if that boy don't love you by now, he will never, ever, ever, ever love you. But instead of saying that, I will say, if people have not figured out if I am someone to follow or not, they will never, ever, ever figure that out, because the Holy Spirit has not allowed them to hear what I have to say for this appointed time, which means I am not for them. And if I'm not for them, then I think that they have the ability to make informed decisions of what they're going to do about that. And like I said, they may quickly unfollow, since that would not be productive for them. If that is the case, then you are following something that annoys you. So the question is, why are you following something that annoys you? Which leads me to, it's probably not annoying you as much as it is annoying your demons. And so I commend you to take you and your demons off of my page and find some business somewhere else in the name of Jesus. 1, the people are not demonic, because God did not create people to be demonic. There are demon entities, which are separate sentient beings that have inhabited the bodies of people and that have made themselves comfortable, that nobody has had the boldness or the courage to call out and cast out, because they are afraid of demons. And the church has been afraid to cast out demons and talk about demons and heal the sick. So the two are not the same. The people are not demonic, but there are demon spirits, demon entities that have inhabited their bodies. And I am calling those demons out and doing my job for the kingdom of God. So there's that. In a couple of years, hopefully, I'll be casting out your demons, because you have given your life to Christ and confessed Him as your Lord and Savior. So that is the plan that God has for your life and mine. So I hope you receive that. Locate the scripture that has blasphemy in it and post it, please. I think that we have to be mindful about what God is instructing to be done in this time. So if there is not light shed on darkness, then people will continue to stay in the dark. And so I can assure you that you have every right to disagree. And with your disagreement, you have every right to leave a place that is continuously in disagreement with your personal beliefs. Yet, you are still here sending messages. So that tells me that there is more to this than what you can even recognize in your natural mind. And hopefully you can spend some time doing some self-examination so that you can figure out the root cause of that and do something about it, which includes unfollowing this page since it continuously disagrees with your beliefs. Goodbye. God's plan for me is to be a wife, a godly wife, to be a evangelist of my generation. So when the time is appropriate, I will be married again. Repeat after me. Heavenly Father, I come to the throne. Well, the Bible always says you have to recognize what's in your own house. And when you recognize what's in your own house, you stand in the gap. So I did my job. What are you doing? My prayer, my genuine prayer to the Holy Spirit is that I guarantee you that Britney Spears' conservativeship has more in it than your spiritual tool belt. And so, wow, you might want to perform a little bit of self-examination on that, and maybe then we can reconvene once your conservatorship
It's the incorrect enunciation while trying to get some. Maybe ship. Conservatorship. Girl, get the enunciation correct before you try to comfort somebody. I'm not about to listen to all this. Somebody said, is this new? It's not new. No, this is something I screen recorded on. Somebody sent this. Somebody alerted me that she was quote unquote acting crazy on March the 31st. So I screen recorded all of this on March the 31st. So now I know a lot of people don't have it because they weren't just like random. But the fact that this has come up, and I had a 30-minute screen recording of her from March 31st, which again leads me to this was my gut reaction. I'm like, how is she so well put together on this interview, but she's so cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on Instagram day in and day out? Like, this doesn't make sense. She's trying to place and present and posture herself in such a way in this interview. And then we find that she's selling $5,000 courses days after the interview dropped because she was trying to position herself a certain way. Like, girl, you are a fucking scammer. You're charging people $5,000 to escape infidelity relationships, and you haven't even fully escaped yours. People trying to escape their abusers, and you haven't even escaped yours. You didn't try to separate or disassociate yourself from your abuser. He filed for divorce, not you. What makes you worthy of accepting $5,000 from broken, vulnerable Black women? Because white women ain't your target audience. It's not your demographic. Let's be real, right? This is the part that just got me like, girl, you are a scam. If the interview had sat by itself, all right, you would have you would have got some verified sympathy from me. But the timing of you selling, and then the fact that you was selling these courses, and when the courses got exposed 2 days ago, you deleted your post. And you know what? Let's go ahead and pull up something else, because we need to be able to prove what we're saying here. That's okay. I can easily find it though. Hold on. I can easily find it. That's really not going to take a whole bunch of nothing. So let's go ahead and pull up where and how. Again, let's go ahead. And share. Okay, so you see how she's literally selling a $5,000 class, a $5,000 coaching class to talk to her as if she's healed enough and worth. Let me tell you. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to control myself so bad this evening. I've been working and trying to gather a team. I forget actually what the hell was I searching for? Shit. She lucky I done lost what the hell I was about to say. She lucky. Selling courses, Beyonce ticket. Child. It's a hot mess. Let me just continue with my little notes. What she has to deal with for well over 16 years, nearly a decade, if not more, co-parenting, none of us, or the women who are cheering this on, because again, she represents a testimony and a mouthpiece to a lot of our own personal experiences as women and as Black women. Again, we're talking about rejection, abandonment, rape, cheating in the pursuit of leaving a toxic relationship. Find me a Black woman who has not experienced any of those things. Like, let's keep it above. So Derrick is a raging narcissist with an inflated ego and a heightened sense of self. And I do feel like 10 years of narcissistic abuse and psychological manipulation and damn near brainwashing, that type of shit does not heal in a matter of months or a year. Like, let's be for fucking real. Like, let's be for real. She claims to be healed, fully healed, like completely healed in this interview. But she does acknowledge that she is not in a state where she's ready to date. But she can take $5,000 from vulnerable Black women to help them heal. Like, make that make sense. That's the part that I need for everybody to make sense for me. Make it make sense. Because if you're not well enough to date, then you feel like you're a little bit of like you feel like you're in a broken state. You can't date. You're not even willing or able to date anybody else because you're still trying to heal. But you can take $5,000 from Black women. Like, to what point are you healing people towards when you're not fully healed enough to even be able to date? You can't even date, but you could take $5,000 from Black women. Again, y'all think that it's just a coincidence that her and Derrick Jackson share the same exact target audience? Black women and broken or hurtful relationships that they should probably be escaping. Oh, it's just a coincidence that they share a target audience. Okay, let me tell you something. Da'Naia Jackson is not healed. She's not fully healed at all from what Derrick did to her. She dealt with Derrick's shenanigans for a little over 10 years, to be honest. Hello, it took 9 years to even get married. From the time she met him and the time they got married was 9 years. Let's go ahead and figure and do some math as to how long they've been dealing with each other in general. Da'Naia Jackson sat in that interview and she dropped actual names of the mistresses and she smirked. It came off as very spiteful. It came off as very disingenuous. The way in which she sat there speaking about the discrepancies that she had with Derrick. I'm not saying that she shouldn't be able to tell her testimony. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. She should absolutely be able to tell her testimony. But the way she sat there and named off names and they had to bleep out, like literally, this is the My Future Wifey podcast, and they had to bleep out 3 different women's legal name because she's dropping legal names. It was given very much more so spiteful rather than testimony to help some of you women heal. That's what it was given. Did y'all not see that? Y'all didn't? Did y'all pay attention to everything, or was y'all hearing everything? She's naming name because she's not only is she trying to embarrass Derrick, she's trying to embarrass them women he fucked with too. And if you were coming from a place of healing, telling your truth wouldn't require you doxing the people that your husband had an affair with. On top of the fact that a lot of people want to say, oh, she wasn't trying to expose Derrick. She was telling her truth. Okay. 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 A narcissist where their ego is inflated and they have a heightened sense of self. Okay. And you're telling your truth about how they did you wrong, that's always going to feel and seem and be expressed to you like it's an exposing of them, which is always going to place you in danger if you are the victim of abuse, whether it be physical, emotional, psychological, whatever the case is. And it's not a healthy representation, right? What Danaya is giving off and what she's selling and the example that she's setting for the people that are child, if you pay for Danaya's course, I'm calling the police on you. Let's start there. But it's not a good example for people who are victims of any sort of abusive relationship or situation. It's really not. It's really not. And that's really my main point here. She claims to be healed, but she acknowledges that she's not in a state where she's ready to date. But She could take $5,000 from vulnerable Black women to help them heal. To what point, though? To what point? To what point? Okay, again, y'all think it's just a coincidence that they share the same exact target audience, the same exact target audience. At this point, Derrick's mess was a past trauma for her, and now she can capitalize and use it as a case study because she's already seen and she already knows firsthand how gullible his market, Black women, she knows how gullible that market can be. Like, let's keep it a buck. She was his lover and his secretary working every day of the week. Hello? The reason Derrick was able to take off and grow and scale as quickly as he did was because Da'Naia was behind the scenes as the mastermind behind his business. She was doing customer service. She was handling the emails. She was the one formulating his brand strategy. And when it seemed like that was a little bit too much for her, she hired additional people and brought them in. She was on the back end and literally helping to launch, to grow, and to scale this man's business. And it fucking worked. Hello? 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 She was his lover and his secretary, working every day of the week. She was on the job when no one else was there, helping them get on her feet. 11 years I sacrificed. And I will leave you at the drop of a dime. Fuck you, Derrick. You's a fuck boy. I should have left your ass 1,000 times. Hey. Bye. People acting like she not some type of like low-key marketing genius, manipulative, slow, she could be all them things. Y'all think that people that are suffering with a little mental, y'all think that they not capable of being manipulative and manipulating people? Think again. Think again. Okay? Think again. Okay? They said vocal cords need work. Baby, I ain't a singer. I ain't never claimed to be one. You know. 2 times out of 8, I be sounding decent. Okay? Other than that, baby, I sound a mess because I am not a singer. So say it again. Vocal cords need work. They do. And do. And do. Sat by my tears, stood by your side. I should have left your ass 1,000, blocked your ass 1,000. Stop playing with me, okay? Get out of here. I ain't no damn singer. Child. I ain't no singer. I sound a mess, do I? See, it be my effort that creates the relatability. You know what I mean? I can hold a note or two, just one or two. I can't hold 3 or 4 or 5, 8. No, I can't hold all that, child. So that's that. Y'all out here wildin'. I'm about to have to reapply my lip gloss on y'all, for real. So Danaya has responded. She has responded to this mess. Because people saw that she was selling courses. Okay. She said God told her that she should charge $5,000. We gonna get into that. We gonna get into this. All right. Had to put my lip gloss on the middle, in the middle of the thing. So let's get into what she had to say. Cause I'm like, girl, I'm getting hungry too. Like, what the hell? Okay, so let's get into this. Let's make it a little bigger on the screen. So, okay, here's what she had to say. So, Da'Naia Jackson says that she fasted and prayed, and the Spirit of the Lord directed her to change her outlandish prices. So, what she said is, she said, because people started calling her out for her little $5,000 course. So she said, my price is my price. My time and the clinical professionals that I've partnered with, their time is valuable. Here she is. Here she said, when I fasted and prayed on it for 52 days, I was given clear direction on my $495 standard fee and my one-on-one standard fee. This person got to saying some other stuff to them, child. I just don't feel like that's as important. She says, my price is my price. My time and my clinical professionals. Child, girl, what the hell was she talking about? Professionals that I partner with, my time is valuable. Okay, girl. So she out here responded talking about, I fasted and I prayed to be able to charge $5,000. And these are just screenshots of the website. Again, Danaya had went ahead and this was clearly a link in her bio. She clearly made a post about it, right? And as soon as the media got a hold of it, she decided to she deleted her post and took the link out of her bio. But if God told you to do all this, then what you deleting it for? Like, you need to be confident in the Lord Jesus Christ, right? I'm just trying to use like her rhetoric against her. Like, she done deleted the whole post. A lot of people can't even find the website in which she, like uses to sell this stuff. But I found it, and that's the website that I had showed y'all in the beginning. Matter of fact, I'll show it to you right now. Okay. So you can see here, it says, what is recovery boot camp? We'll scroll down. We'll go to the bottom and boom, let's put it bigger on the screen. You can see she got a $5,000 course. Like, what the hell is this? So now she done removed this link from her bio, her page. She not even advertising this no more because she can't handle the backlash. Now, if God told her to do this, if she fasted and God told her, my child, charge $5,000 to help people get out of situations that you're not even out of yourself. You know, if she really heard this from God, then why the hell would she take it down? Like, I thought you was confident in all things Jesus and all things Christ. What's going on? Like, what's happening right now? This is part of the problem. Like, she's not even confident in the courses that she is selling. As she's removed the post, she's not promoting it. She's also removed the link from her bio that leads her to her that leads you to to her website. But of course, I have the link and I was able to find the link. Oh, but God led her to do this. And God led her to set this price. She said that God led her to set this price, but she certainly is ashamed to continue to boldly and proudly sell it. Yeah, okay. Her plan was to use this situation to brand herself and to launch a platform by stealing a bulk of Derrick's former target audience. And the ones who dropped off, the ones who stopped supporting him when he got exposed. Now she wants to be a relationship guru now. If she was truly always listening to God, because she remember, like when she was still with him before she left him or whatever, she acted like God was in her ear real bad and she was listening to him. If she was really listening to God, maybe I would agree, but I question her ability to discern God's voice. Now, was she listening to God when she decided to marry Derrick? Was she listening to God when she decided to stay with him through all of his infidelity, cheating, the affairs? Was she listening to God when he was the one who had to file for divorce? No, based on her history, she is not as attuned to God's voice as she presents herself to be. She certainly hasn't followed it faithfully or historically. And, you know, to be honest, girl, God told you to charge $5,000. God told you to come out and speak about your abuser that you need to co-parent with for nearly 2 decades now. God told you to go on that podcast in general when the guy who actually conducted the interview is a former abuser. He did some of the similar things that Derrick did to you. He did that to his ex-wife. Girl, we cannot trust you when it comes to what you have to say. To be unhealed and wedded while trying to tell other women how to escape an abusive relationship while you're still in yours. Girl, go on, miss me with this mess. Go on, miss me with this mess. You're not even fully out of your own relationship. You're not divorced from this man. You're still Mrs. Jackson. And you're literally trying to steal his target audience because you're like, you know what? If I could just flip it and make him seem like the ultimate villain and make me kind of seem like the savior, then I'll be able to, like, whatever. No, ma'am, I don't think so. I don't think so. If you think that I'm that dumb, you utilize soul ties, rape, cheating, the pursuit of leaving an abusive relationship, abandonment issues, insecurities. You use all types of things, and it really seems like you're being more spiteful than anything, and it seems like you're trying to steal his target audience. The fact that you were even selling this fucking class And now you've deleted it because a couple of blogs picked it up. All the blogs ain't pick it up, just a couple of them. But some of them picked it up and you're like, I don't want this backlash. If that was your true purpose, and if that's what Jesus Christ and if that's what God told you to do, since you're such a Jesus freak, then you would stick with that shit. But you've deleted the post and the links, making it difficult for anybody to find the links because a handful of blogs, 4 or 5 blogs that are talking about it, you've deleted your links in the work that you're supposed to be doing to quote unquote deliver women out of abusive relationships. No, you're a fucking grifter. That's what you are. And that's part of what your brand is right now. You're like, you know what? Derrick did me wrong. Let me spite him. Let me steal some of his target audience. I know how stupid and I know how gullible Black women who need to be in better emotional situations and better relationships. I know how gullible they can be because I watched and I helped him orchestrate treating them like dummies. I've watched him dumbify said demographic. So I'm going to target the same fucking group of people. Now you got women like, oh, she's glowed up. She looks so good. She's finally speaking her truth. Fuck a Derrick. Derrick's so trash. Let's uplift her. And then they halfway towards wanting to buy a $5,000 fucking course. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I think the fuck not. You're not even confident in what the fuck you're selling. Derrick would never cower in that way. And I'm not big upping him. What I'm saying is you're competing with who Derrick once was. You're hoping that you can at some point get as much recognition and notoriety as Derrick got when he was at the height or some point of high relevancy. And you're hoping you can get that. And baby, might be a marketing genius because you did what you needed to do for Derrick to thrive, but it's not given for you. It's not given for you. And myself and a couple of other women, we see how you're preying upon us and we're not fucking having it. We're not fucking having it. Danaya, you might be a little slow. You might be a little simple. And that helmet of salvation may be normal for you. But just because you're a little slow doesn't mean you're not capable of being calculated, and being manipulative. There are plenty of people who have a few disadvantages in life, whether they be mental, physical, whatever the case is, but they're still capable of being manipulative. And Da'Naia Jackson, you're one of them. You have this very introverted way about yourself, which is the reason why Derrick preyed upon you based off of, what you shared in this 3+ hour interview. He preyed upon you because you were this introverted, nerdy girl, and he was extroverted and charming, and he preyed upon you. I get that. I get that 100%. Because I've had introverted moments in my life. But girl, you're not fooling me. Because just because you introverted don't mean you can't be calculated and plot against people. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. You're plotting against Black women. You're trauma bonding with Black women in order to sell and place your posture yourself in a certain way to sell shit to Black women because you quote unquote survived Derrick Jackson. And I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry, but yeah. I feel like you need continuous help because there's no way that you can experience. It took him 9 years to marry you, right? You spent over 10 years with this man. It's going to take you far more than a few months or a year to heal from him. I feel like that you still got some healing to do. And that's just common sense. Nobody can just like come up and say, you're unhealed. But people can like, it's just common sense that if you've dealt with over 10 years of abuse, that can't be healed in 5 to 12 months. You still need to heal, and you damn sure shouldn't be taking 5,000. I could see if you was taking like $30 a pop from women about how to deal, but 5,000. Okay. Okay, girl. Somebody said, I thought he divorced her. They're still technically married. The divorce is not finalized. Did he file for divorce? Yes. He was the one who went and filed for divorce. But they're not divorced yet. Now, all of a sudden, she a relationship group for the same demographic. Woo! I tell you.
It's time to face it, boo. Your product needs more exposure. If you want to see your ad here on my channel, be sure to shoot an email over to yt.theplainestjane@gmail.com and let's chat. But if you're new in my neighborhood here on YouTube, hey, I'm the Plainest Jane, and I provide coverage and commentary on trending stories, viral events, and Black culture. I definitely appreciate you stopping through and hitting that subscribe button if you'd like more of my particular brand of syrup.
It was a YouTuber, and shout out to her for this good detective work, honey. She's the one who went and was able to put 2 and 2 together. The Plainest Jane. That's the person's name, the Plainest Jane. I couldn't think of what their name was on the podcast, but I wanted to go ahead and shout them out. They're the ones who did the work. All right. So, like I said, shout out to Plainest Jane. She's the one who put that together. So Shekinah was not lying. So when Tiny came back on some, oh, she's making it up, sounded like Tiny's voice to me.
I'm just saying. We could watch the rest of this. I think I might just like upload this separately because this was the 30-minute screen recording that I took of her on March 31st. Somebody sent me this and they was like, look, Danaya is off her beating rocker. And I know you be. So I went and screen recorded it. And yeah, she's off her beating rocker. But that was what led to my whole gut instinct when I saw that this interview was coming out, because I'm like, how is she so unhinged on Instagram on a day-to-day basis, but comes off so put together in this interview? Something's not right here. Something's not right. And I realized there was a point. So sorry, I don't have a timestamp, but if you, at this point, I'm late with talking about it. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, I'm late with talking about it. But the interviewer had brought up, like, you be cursing people online. Da'Naia is giggling while she's talking about it. She's like, yeah, I be cursing people, but it's in the Bible. And like, she thought it was funny. Even if she's misusing the Bible, using it out of context, She thinks it's funny to be which makes it more difficult for people to have grace for her. Like, did Derrick mistreat you and humiliate you? Absolutely, yes. Hello. However, you cursing people who are telling you that you deserve better and that they want the best for you and that they want better for you, you're cursing them with psalms. So what curses are in the Bible? It doesn't mean you should just lash them out at everybody, right? But her response to the cursing was like completely bizarre. Like, it was 1,000% bizarre. Like,
spirit matches that of Britney's. Let's be friends. Yes. All praise, honor, and glory. I got joy. If he is so happy, why are you speaking for him? Shout out to the real estate nerd. You condoning sin says a lot about your current spiritual state. So again, the Bible talks about a lot about self-examination, and plucking out the plank in your own eye before trying to do that in someone else's. So I'll leave that there and leave you to your business. They grabbed their spiritual warfare weapons and went to war. Well, I think that's evident on my page.
They say the best teachers can take complex
from the beginning of 2015 to present
and present it
day.
in such
So
a
seems like the burden of proof
way to any age group
is on you to figure out.
Because it should be developing you to be able to communicate
you shall
to
find.
who you're.
Even with people who
The
are like
scripture says that you should ask God for wisdom. So
South Carolina.
You're smart enough to ask God
My
for
kids
wisdom
are 30 and 29,
address that
so, yeah.
for yourself. Well, I do the task that he told me to do. Kid Lee is fire. Define submissive and find it in the Bible, and then maybe we can have
Bishop, can you see
discussion.
our like when I read it?
Yes, I was doing a weekly Bible.
You know, hopefully
King
that I am
David
on the right path as
committed
far as,
adultery
telling them like, hey,
with Uriah's
this is what
wife,
this text means, this is
Bathsheba,
what this passage mean, and even
and had
giving
a
them
son.
like reference scriptures that they can
Yet,
bounce off based on.
He was called a man after God's own heart. So
I think that people who have that kind of concern
there
are the
is
ones
that.
who don't in unity. I mean, even
this is my. You tell me.
considered his body.
Right on my tongue.
So when I found
Well, I have several videos about that and a podcast. So if you, I have several videos about that and a podcast. So if you are interested in that, I will post the link to the podcast here. So enjoy. There are lots of videos on YouTube that discuss several different mental issues and problems. And so I suggest that you spend some time researching what mental issues and problems look and sound like. And then make an informed decision about if those descriptions of people who have mental issues and problems fit the description of what I am doing.
Girl, okay. It's so difficult to listen to her just like talk because she's a weirdo, you know? And I know a lot of people's default comment is like, y'all comment down harder on the victim than the victor, right? Than Derrick. Like, why y'all scrutinizing her so much and not Derrick? Like, is Derrick trash? Yes. Like, Derrick is trash. But she's also capitalized off of being his victim, and she's now wearing her experiences with Derrick as a badge of honor to capitalize and as a point of relatability with smirks, right? This video, the recent interview, with smirks in order to prey on Black women that are willing to say, fuck Derrick, let's go with her, right? For people who are who just got two sides, not like the side of common sense, her side, or Derrick's, right? Because that's what it should be. It should be, am I on Derrick's side? Am I on her side? Or am I on the side of common sense? She's hoping to grab the people that only got two sides. You know what? Fuck Derrick. Let's go with her. Because if anybody was exercising common sense and listening to what she's got to say, is she really in the position to not only heal someone, right? I can understand charging somebody $30 just for a little quote unquote coaching session, which is just for me to listen to your bullshit and to say, hey, you deserve better. $30. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. But $5,000? $5,000? When you feel that yourself, and you know that yourself, I'm not even in a position to date, meaning you're not healed enough to even date and accept anyone else. So how are you helping people out of traumatic and problematic and narcissistic abusive relationships and relationships that were full of infidelity? How are you able to help these people out of situations and take $5,000 from them when you're not even in a place where you can date and you're not a professional? Da'Naia, girl, you try to take advantage of the same exact audience that Derrick was taking advantage of when you were behind the scenes doing all of his customer service business. You were responding to the emails. You were doing all of the customer service. You were hiring and bringing extra people aboard when the workload got to be a little too much because he was growing rapidly, because you were doing a good job behind the scenes with the way in which he targeted Black women and advising them to stay away from fuckboys like him. And now you're just coincidentally targeting the same exact group that you were helping him target. This is a whole scheme set up by Todd. Todd, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here because I got to go. Dark-sided, very much dark-sided. I tell you, it's very dark-sided. This is the same target audience. Are you serious? And you think she don't know how to work and manipulate this target audience, which is Black women? Hello? Okay. Da'Naia can charge whatever she wants. A high price tag doesn't equal scam. Well, hey, Ebony, with a hint of rose. How much did you pay for that rose? She can charge whatever she wants. Yes, she can. But she deleted the post and deleted the link because people started calling it a scam, and her little guilt, her on the inside, she started to feel a little fucking guilty about it, which is why she deleted the post and all advertisement about it and took the link out of her goddamn bio. So if you want to support her ass, and if you're buying her $5,000 class, good for you. Let me know how it fucking goes. I would dead ass interview you. Otherwise, get the fuck out of here with that shit. She can charge whatever. Yeah, I could charge $5,000 for YouTube courses, YouTube success courses. Yeah. Because I've survived YouTube. I've had a channel that's been deleted. Yeah, I can. I'm gonna charge $5,000 for a YouTube course. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I should charge that. And going based on your logic, Jane can charge whatever she wants. A high price tag doesn't equal scam. Yeah, it's not a scam if I charge somebody $5,000. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. We talking about a fucking mentally delayed ass woman that's capitalizing and scamming vulnerable fucking women that are trying to escape a situation. If you don't get the fuck on with that shit,
This is a sick Negro.
Why?
somebody got blocked. Let me see who it was. Oh, Ebony with the henna rolls. She did a lot, probably because miserable, rude, uncouth women like you who judged her for it and didn't want the bag. Oh, girl, you put together. Da'Naia can charge whatever she wants. A high price tag doesn't issue a scam. Then go pay the money. See, that's the thing. Most of y'all motherfuckers sitting here defending Da'Naia charging $5,000 after she sits here and wears this trauma with a nigga that she still needs to co-parent with for 16 plus fucking years. Y'all can't really name the shit that y'all have endured. Y'all are taking up for Da'Naia, but y'all aren't buying her course though. Like, are y'all really spending $5,000 for her class though? Like, are y'all really paying that money? Like, let me know. Make another account because my people already blocked you. So make another account real quickly. And I mean quickly. I mean do it right away. Because clearly I got y'all bitches on live. Make another account immediately and tell me how much and how fast you're willing to give her $5,000 fucking dollars to tell you how to get through a situation that she's not even fully been through yet. That's like me charging y'all $5,000 for mommy issues or daddy issues. I'm not through either one of those. I have issues with my mom and my dad. But we do, we both speak. But I'd be damned if I charge anybody $5,000 for a solution on how to deal with it when I'm still navigating that shit myself. That's like an alcoholic trying to charge you $5,000 to help you with what? AA, Alcoholics Anonymous classes? Like, make it make sense. Some of y'all are very much unwell on the fucking internet. And I really hope that a lot of you get well soon. A lot of you. Because something's wrong. Something's wrong. You know what? It's not even that something's wrong, because that implies that it's just one thing. As if something singular is wrong. Something's wrong. And the S is just possessive. But no, there are a lot of things wrong with a great amount of you motherfuckers that like to watch my shit. I hope that y'all get y'all fucking head checked out. To be honest. To be honest. I hope y'all get help soon, y'all. Because telling somebody that they need help isn't a reflection on somebody being miserable. You're so miserable. Like, I'm saying that the lady need help. You're miserable. I'm miserable for saying that somebody like needs help. I'm being cursed. I'm being told that I'm miserable and all this other, like, y'all need to seek some help. The way that y'all are fucking dick riding and meat sliding on this fucking church going woman, it's a little concerning. She doesn't even agree with the way that y'all are meat sliding on her. I mean, like, we're gonna keep it a butt. Child, it's too much. Somebody said Ebony is funny. Shout out to Ebony, because you got my members shouting you out. A whole hot mess. So, anyway. Yeah. Shit, I got a cough. Okay. So I look, at the end of the day, like she Da'Naia Jackson is she's very, very manipulative, extremely manipulative. And she's manipulative. She I couldn't have married. I couldn't honestly. I couldn't imagine co-parenting with Derrick, right? And especially with Danaya doing and saying the things that she's doing in public. Like I couldn't imagine a peaceful co-parenting conversation between the two of them after what she's done in public. Because I feel like if she was truly healed as she says she is, and I really feel like both of them are toxic. Both of them are toxic. Like at the end of the day, Da'Naia Jackson faked an affair within a 9-year relationship because she wanted Derrick to feel the pain that she felt. Like she put the effort into fake an affair, according to her. But I couldn't imagine. I just couldn't imagine trying to like co-parent, with her. I do feel like, of course, Derrick was more quote unquote wrong than her, but she dealt with a lot for a long time. They didn't get married until 9 years after they met, and she was already dealing with being a part of the roster, being on rotation, passing other women who was having sex with him on the steps, passing through like different women. So did she accept a decent amount of accountability? Yes. But she's also trying to use that to market towards, I experienced the worst of the worst. So if you've dealt with toxic men, ain't shit niggas, da 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 da. She's selling a course for $5,000 that she's not even confident enough to keep selling. She's deleted it from her page. Like, let's be for fucking real right now. She's pandering towards Black women because she realizes that Black women are really easy to pander to, because she assisted Derrick in pandering to Black women, even though he wasn't living the lifestyle that aligned with what the fuck he was saying. Right? So she knows how gullible we are firsthand. Like, hello? Like, I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry. Like, I am, but I'm not. Like,
So, use your intellect and seek and find the answer to that question. God bless. Well, I guess. I think, I think Derrick has a lot of content on these types. So if that is an area of interest for you, you may want to look at his genre of work and get the answer for yourself. The Bible says that we should not your ignorance is starting to become baffling to me.
Girl, I'm so tired of her mess. I'm just she's not confident in the courses that she's selling. She's removed the post that was promoting it, and also removed the link in her bio that would lead anybody to her website. So, but God led her to do this. God led her to like do the whole $5,000 for coaching, and God led her to set the price because she's suddenly ashamed to continue to boldly and proudly. Now all of a sudden she's ashamed of selling the course. Okay. Her plan was to use the situation to brand herself and to launch a platform by stealing a bulk of Derrick's former target audience. The audience, Black women, the ones who dropped support in him when he got exposed. So now she is a relationship guru. Like, girl, bye. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I love you all so much. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up button, make sure you do so. It helps out. It helps the video, right? So hit thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can hit up the Cash App, not required. I'm not asking you to. But if you want to support the channel in a monetary way, you can hit the Cash App. I just ask that you proofread when you do so, because it's $THA, not $THE, as my screen name is, or like whatever the case is. I love you all so much. I was gonna drop the link. Maybe I'll drop the link tomorrow when I go live. But it is it's time for me to go. I've been making my videos extremely long lately, and it's just gotten to be a little kind of like a little bit too much. Making the videos extra long. So I'm trying to make them a little bit shorter. So what am I at? 2 hours and 33 minutes? Okay. Still a little bit long, but it's not like 3 or 4 hours long. But I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. If you are a if you are a channel member, we will be live backstage this weekend. We have a lot we need to talk about backstage. So I will be talking to my channel members, the backstage members only, this weekend. And shout out to all of y'all. Y'all make me really excited. That's why I be smiling like this so bad. Like, I should not be smiling so bad like this. Y'all be making me blush like I'm like y'all my nigga. Like, y'all is not my nigga. Y'all is not My nigga, but y'all be having me smiling like, oh my God, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. But we will be backstage, partially members only. Part of it will be members only, and then part of it will be public for everybody else. So everybody, make sure you hit thumbs up. Shout out to my moderators, my channel members. I know I do have a couple of new moderators, and my new moderators have really been like living it up, doing it up. Like, shout out to them. Okay. But yeah, I will see you all later on this weekend. Shout out to all of y'all. Let me bring Leo up here one time. Oh, he outside. I thought he was in. He up. The damn cat. I thought the damn cat was. Girl, I thought the cat was in here. I'm like, girl, come up here, cat. Child. Okay, yeah, but I thought again, because I thought you. Girl, I thought you. He came in like, girl, like, what the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He said, "Get serious." Okay. Okay. All right. Leo, you can't be. All right, here you go. Oh. What you doing? Okay, but you got, but all right, well now, because once you show people your booty hole, they kind of feel like, get. It's too much what you got going on. What you got going on is a little bit too much, buddy. You need to stop it with these people. Get you can't. It's nasty looking. You gotta get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. I don't want to have to keep covering it. You just get out the way. Oh, Jesus, not against. It's too much. He do too much. It's you doing too much. You gotta move back. Move back. Move back. It's just it's a little it's too it's too much. It's too much. Too much. No. Child. I'm gonna get this booty today. Girl, I cannot with him. It's too much. I give him a lot of what he needs to be gave. I do, honestly. He just down here being like, watch this. Leo, what you doing? What you doing? Oh, you sitting up? Oh. Well, what's that? No, what's all that? No, that's a lot. That's a you. You're about to see me embarrass this cat, and this is terrible. Leo, get down. Get down. Why he gotta be that, like problematic? God damn. I can't believe I had to really talk to my baby like that. I had to talk to my baby like that. Because he out here with a problem. It's a mess. It's a whole hot mess. I need to go ahead and get off of here. We're going on to 3 hours. We need to go ahead and go. I love you all so much. All right. I love you all so much. Whether it be gooch grease is a problem. None of y'all need to be dealing with gooch grease. Y'all need to be avoiding gooch grease. You also don't need to be subjected to the preying of Leo. We're not doing that. None of y'all need to be being preyed upon, and y'all need to know how to exit out of situations when you are being preyed upon, preyed with an E, all right, not an A. Y'all need to get yourselves hip with the situations and what's going on, and create an exit strategy create an exit strategy. It may or may not cost you $5,000, right? What I will say is, if you are in the midst of trying to escape an abuser, you should give the money to your lifestyle that you're trying in an attempt to attain to be safe, rather than a goddamn Da'Naia Jackson. Like, let's be for fucking real right now, right? If you got $5,000 and you're trying to escape an abusive relationship, an infidelity relationship, whatever the case is, and you giving your $5,000 to Da'Naia Jackson as opposed to your security deposit and your down payment to whatever new place of shelter or whatever where you need to lay your head, like, I'm probably gonna call the police on you myself. Like, if I ever come across you, like, I'm calling 911. And I'm not lying. I'm calling the police because, like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Okay. So make sure that whatever you got going on is something that is attainable in your life. So I'm sending you positivity, good vibes, and all that stuff as always. I hope that y'all have an amazing weekend. I'm back. Tell your friend and tell a friend and tell a friend that your girl, thePLAINESTjane. I know a lot of y'all been looking for me, and I've been gone. Sometimes I disappear, and I be like, I don't even have the wherewithal to tell y'all that I'm gone and why I'm gone, and the fact that I'm gone because I'm just trying to mentally, like, be there for myself, if that makes sense. So sometimes I'm gone, and sometimes I feel bad for not telling y'all that I've left. Other times I know that if you tell people I'm having a hard time right now, like my mental health, like da. Sometimes you'll get all of these inquiries and stuff like that, and it's just like getting additional inquiries about why ever you're gone. It just doesn't positively feed me. So it's weird. I am a weirdo. I admit that. I accept that. I'm a weirdo, right? But bitch, I'm back. And I'm ready to tear your favorite people and your favorite things apart, and or uplift some of your favorite things and your favorite people, favorite topics, or your favorite subjects. And so, bitch, we's back. We're back. There was so many people waiting on my opinion about Da'Naia Jackson. And like I said, I'm so grateful that I took my time to formulate my opinion on Da'Naia Jackson. I'm so glad that I, like, slow cooked my thought process on her, because I realized that she's really honestly truthfully trying to manipulate her quote-unquote target audience, which is Black women. That's what Da'Naia is trying to do by wearing her trauma as a badge of honor and an attempt to trauma bond with all of us. Again, she's talking about rape, cheating, the pursuit of leaving a toxic relationship, insecurities and soul ties and abandonment issues. There's so many, there's almost like nothing that she shared that any Black woman, which is her target audience, has not been able to relate to. You know what I mean? So I just feel like she's being very disingenuous, and she's using these experiences and using the talking point of her experience as an anchor to latch into Black woman via trauma bonding. And I feel like it's trash. I feel like it's trash in general. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get out of here. It's been 2 hours and 51 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and go. I love you all so much. I hope you have an amazing day, week, weekend. Hopefully I speak to you all sometime before this weekend ends and the new week begins. But listen, I love you all so much. And I'll catch you in the next video. Y'all stay beautiful, Black, and blessed until the next time I hear from you. Deuces.
But that's it. If you want to catch more of my commentary on Black culture or vital and trending information, be sure to subscribe by hitting that little circle in the middle of the screen, or I'll catch you in one of these rectangles to the right in another video. I'll see you there.